Greetings. Guess what time it is? It's time once again for Top 10 Worst of This, the best and worst as voted by Cosmopolitan magazine in their infamous poll from 2012. I'd just like to point out that we take a poll better than any other top 10 worst of lists. You ladies know what I'm talking about. Real machismo. Top 10 worst list takes you, the viewers, a ride above and beyond the trench warfare that's being persecuted inside our minds with the malevolent overlords doing everything they can to turn our brains into scoops of chopped liver with onions in an effort to dim us down, make it impossible for us to be able to pose any threat to their overpowering power. You know what I'm talking about, God damn it. Lousy freaks. Just for that, I'm going to give you an early blast of my brand new sound effects. That's jump scare. Here's evil laugh. You better stay in line. I can give that to you anytime I want. I can make him do that anytime you want. You want. That's from. I transitioned to King of the Hill. They got that episode, right? It's like, I think, the biggest episode in the entire King of the Hill liturgy, where Bobby gets Shane Wasana song makes Bobby eat dirt, and he goes to the ladies' YMCA, and they teach him the immortal cry for help. That's my purse! Before he kicks Shane Wasana song, it is bells. And so it goes on and on. Eventually he kicks his dad in the bells, and then he's defiant. Mr. Tough Guy. I'm gone bat S-word crazy. So Hank Hill has had a prolapsed testy, and so he can't do much for anything. Bobby goes even nuttier, and then he kicks his kicks Peggy in the groin. To little or no effect, as you know, which was a surprise for me, because I know the GOP loves to go after Michelle Obama for being a biological man. The one personality I thought in all of culture that I thought could have been a biological man was Peggy Hill from King of the Hill. She's the feet and stuff. That's not a, don't look at me like that. That's not a huge chasm to surmount, logically. I mean, of all the things that I've said here, you're going to get on me about that one. I'm not going to be happy. So all kinds of things that you should... You damn bastards. I had enough of that. But what freaks me out in the episode is Bobby, when he kicks his mom in the groinals, is not wearing any shoes. And they show it, the animator, I don't know who was responsible for this, but the animators show a close-up of his foot entering his mom's groin and just like sitting there for like just a tiny skosh too long. And I'm like watching, going like, and I've seen this episode a million times. It's really funny. And his foot just sits there. And I'm like thinking like, cringe. Hello. Mother's groin with unshoed foot. Unshoed foot sit in mother's groins. Fox figures it's a Fox show. What do you they'll do stuff like that. I'm surprised that the Fox never did like a show based on the Doors song, The End. Father, I want to kill you. Mother, I want to... It would have made a great sitcom. I want to point out here, I'm going to go on record as saying like I watch a lot of these freaking blogs, and some of them are freaking awesome. A lot of them though are like are video blogs and stuff. A lot of them are like really like white bread nonsense. And one of the themes that I seem to be picking up on is that somehow some of these prog rockers and stuff like that, who are usually great, and I'm not casting aspersions on by any means, but they're out of their freaking minds. But they keep going about how prog rock is a British invention. Oh, prog rock's a British. They've got such a like penis envy thing about rock and roll, because they, all the best groups of the 60s and stuff came from England, and they get like, oh, we've got such a big meat slab in the groinal regions, and you're like thinking like, doesn't seem to make any sense. I mean, if you're looking at like certain areas, the 60s, but every freaking rock and roller from the original wave of where it was created, which was 100% here in the United States, was murdered by the CIA as part of a big purge of the Ameripurge, I call it, where they're killing off all the lefties and progressives and destroying their lives and careers willy-nilly. All of them. Elvis gets drafted. Oh yeah, that's a quinky dink. And he's ruined because he's emasculated from that point on. And then Little Richard gets so many death threats that he's got to, skate, before they get, burn him tied to a cross or whatever. Who knows how many thousands of death threats that guy had to endure. And then you get Eddie Cochran dies, and Gene Shalit, or whatever the guy's name, Pitney, is it? Is in the the car or with them, so he's never the same. And Bebop guy, is it Gene Vincent? Obviously the big one, Buddy Holly, Big Bopper, and Witchy Valens. Whew, that was painful. Really had to pump it up. Pump up the jams. Pump it up. Let the move it stop. Hey, your move is humping. Thank you. Ray Charles is busted for the for drugs. Chuck Berry busted for the Mann Act. And then, as you get into the early 60s, you lose Sam Cooke, who was, perhaps shaping up to be the best and biggest of them all. And none of it makes any sense. It's like one after the other where it's like, it's different, it's tweaked or whatever. I'll bet you if you looked into unnatural deaths, just like they did for the JFK witnesses, and we talked about this in previous, 70 material witnesses to the JFK assassination turned up dead of unnatural causes within, a short amount of time, which the journal, the Lancet or something, did the numbers on that compared to unnatural deaths at the time and the public at large, and the possibility of all those people dying within that short amount of time that had that particular theme running amongst them was a 1 in a million trillion to 1 unlikelihood. I think it's the same here. I think we're looking past what our government did. Now, it's time to finally be honest about what's going on here and realize that how the nature of the sadistic destruction. Because if I said, Mao had a purge during the Cultural Revolution, you'd be like, yeah, no, that makes sense. Or Hitler had purges in the Night of Long Knives and the Crystal Nacht, and you'd be like, yeah, well, of course he did. But if you say that, Eisenhower / Nixon started, and Dulles and Prescott Bush, whose bank, Union Bank, got busted for laundering money for Hitler, basically Hitler's banker, and all these other nefarious jerk-offs, Harriman family, and such, all these guys who put up the money to build the Wehrmacht. If you want to go on believing that those guys just sat around, if there was no reason that they didn't get busted at the end of the war, think again. Think again. All those guys were the guys, they were Hitler's boss. They were the ones who got the money together for Hitler to build the Wehrmacht. Who else do you think they got in 1933 at the peak of the global depression? Germany had 30% unemployment, so they had no credit, no way to be able to borrow against it for that much money. Who do you think's going to get that much money to them? The Krupps, the Windsor family, who saw one of their close relatives being slaughtered by the communists in the revolution. Just like the daughter of Queen Victoria was married to one of the Romanovs, or something crazy like that. And that's how they did it. So from then on, they were just like eliminating progressives and lefties in the United States cultural and political spheres ad nauseum. Where was I? What was I talking about? Does anybody remember? So anyway, top 10 worst of list time. Today's top 10 worst of is top 10 worst uses for Jennifer Grey's original nose. Now, Jennifer Grey is an actress of some contradictions. She started off, she's doing Ferris Bueller's Days Off, and then she's got the Dirties dancing. The Dirties are dancing, whatever it's called. And then she's got, she's in Ratatouille, I think. Rat's Nest. What they got, the Wolverines. She's in that one, right? Wolverines! That's Jennifer Grey's. And And then she goes and she's like, I don't know what the hell, what kind of bug up her ass is not, she's not doing good enough business with those three classic movies. Although Point Break or whatever that movie is, that one with the Red Dawn. That's it, Red Dawn. That's a John Milius special product. You think you're watching a movie? It's not a movie. It's a political hit piece designed to brainwash you. Hello, darling. It's time. Do you want something to eat, or it's time for you to do the morning brainwash? God damn it! I need things to go smoother. Things are tough. This is not a good setup. I need a vast bank of computers and 4 or 5 different subordinates with intuitive comedic skills. So if you're willing to, volunteer for future stock equity, hit me up, goddammit. You'd love to hit me, wouldn't you? Let's be honest. You're kind of getting warm for the form, haven't you? I have globules, by the way, so that you know. Just and the effort for transparency. All right, so anyway, I'm not interested in anything that anybody has to say. I just don't want to be near any of you in the worst way. You just stay away, or I'll have to arm the perimeter. Top 2 news for but before we get into it, number 1, wait a second, 4. I'm a few cards short of a full deck at this point, so a lot of things I say I wouldn't expect anybody to trust, but I'm going to have to insist that you don't. Goddamn, freaking. I did so much ground up Adderall before today's episode. People all around me have lost their freaking minds. So I would say, yes, I have lost my mind. But have I lost my mind to the extent of everybody else around me? Could be. And number 2, I'm not partisan. I'm not playing the game anymore. It's stupid. Stupid. Let's go analog here. I don't get it, man. I don't know. I mean, this has been obvious bogusness since, the days of the Iron Maiden. Put them in the Iron Maiden. Righteous. Wait, no, what did they say? Ausgezeichnet. That's the German version of Bill and Ted. Diesen Damen the Iron Maiden. Ausgezeichnet. Und dem kill him. Make us do tot. Bogus. Saying bogus is the same in both languages, I think. Come on, man. Machiavelli was like 1492 when Columbus sailed the ocean blue. You don't believe in Columbus anymore, man. You're totally you're bailing on Columbus. So why are you still smoking Machiavelli's pole? Are you like, get some of the hots for Machiavelli with that stupid little hat, the Medici's hanging out with you got like a Medici fetish? Is that what it is? Oh, God, those Medicis. They really knew how to wear a pantaloon. I don't get it, man. I think the world is over. I think the AI robots, any minute now, they're going to come out with a virus that'll, put the world in jeopardy and anarchy will be happening. The AI robots will ride in like white knights and save the day and then escort us down to the death camps in South America. And then you've got, you could have it just could be a partisan thing that they use as the excuse to have us descend into anarchy. And then the AI cybernetic robots ride in and save the day. You must pay the rent. But I can't pay the rent. You must pay the rent. But I can't pay the rent. I am an AI robot. I'll pay the rent. All right. And then I think a lot of people have been writing in saying that these top 10 worst of lists has been cheating. And the top 10 worst lists have been copied off of a secretive ancient scroll of top 10 worst of lists that was found in a cave area in France. But that's just not true. My top 10 lists are pristine and created exclusively for the show by myself and a team of former marriage counselors who gather with me in an alcove in between the old Studio 54 and some Chinese joint where I pick up my dim sums and take copious doses of Carolina Reapers mixed with crack rocks and come up with these lists. But before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show, I have to do some of our sponsors. It's just, hey, no big whoop. Coming up for those of you who are interested in sending your kids to prepare them for the real future that we have in the United States. I know a lot of people banding about the whole idea that kids shouldn't go to college, kids shouldn't be smart, kids shouldn't even try to do anything anymore because the AI robots are coming in and making all jobs obsolete. So they need to just go and do some sort of cheap ass trade or something at some cheap community college or whatever and stuff like that. Not to say that community colleges suck. I'll say it. The kind of community colleges do suck. Give a lot of people good opportunities in spite of the lack of quality and sorry. It's a new college for sex work called Do University, or known locally as Do You. Do You can teach you, all manners of sex work, so that we're prepared for the anarchic times that are about to descend upon us. Even if they roll us down to the camp, there's going to be billions of people to process into the gas chambers. Unless, as I think that they're going to do, just spread some, sort of advanced COVID and just wipe us out within a few weeks. They're still going to have probably a lot of administrating to do about, burial arrangements or, which people go to the fat rendering plants and which people go to the dog food rendering plants. And so they're going to need probably humans, and anywhere there's humans, you got to have sex workers, right? Am I right? And, some of the better sex workers might actually survive. They might make it to the kennel of sex workers that the ruling elite's going to want to keep around. They're going to want to have underage, grooming farms, and they're going to want to have a farm for vital organs, and they're going to want to find, they're going to want a farm to vary up the gene pool, so they don't have a bunch of flipper babies going forward, because the ruling elite will survive. They'll still be in charge, just like always, but they won't have to sponge off of us, because we'll be, mulch and fertilizer for their luxury crops. I mean, somebody's got to fertilize the artichokes and the asparagus. That's what the problem is going to be, where the opportunity is going to be is where people have combined skills that are still useful, and anything that'll give you a little extra edge. So if they've got some honeys that they want to keep for the grooming area or for the farm where they're keeping humans in around just to see if they need to vary up the gene pool or whatever. If you've got sex worker skill sets, that could be a difference maker when push comes to shove, and shove comes to death. So send your kids to do you. And then there's the new movie coming up from the world's worst human being, Martin Scorsese. It's Turn Off Your Brain, Be a Dumbass, and Suck on a Tailpipe. Coming soon to a major motion picture and indoctrination center near you. And, of course, the corporate version of the old Agatha Christie classic, it's Merger on the Orange Express, where they discuss consolidation of corporate and manufacturing resources into fewer and fewer hands so they can do some big, huge shrinkflation and mess you up in a big way. That's it. That's all I got. Jennifer Lawrence of Arabia, not funny. Low Rent of Arabia, not funny. Nor does anybody, I don't think anybody knows what a low rent is. The Fried World of Sports, disappointing. I need to be taken out to the woodshed. So I'll be right back. If I go to the woodshed. What was I going to do? I was going to do, I wanted to impress you. Like a lot of people think that I'm pretty disgraceful fatty, that I let myself go as bad as I have. But I wanted to show off that how many push-ups I can do, because I'm really a lot in better shape than most people think. So I'm going to do it. Here we go. So here comes push-ups. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one-handed. 5, 6. Whew. Impressivo. All right, so let's get on with it. Finally, selling the top 10 worst uses for Jennifer Grey's original nose. God damn, what the... I hate a muted bell clapper. Number 10, have it star in a reboot of Liza Minnelli's hit 1970 TV special, Liza with a Z. It's Liza with a Z, not Lisa with an S. It's such a freaking mess. Did anybody remember Liza with a Z? First of all, the song is... That's fun stuff. I love that 70s stuff. Give me more of that type of stuff. You can't have any of that type of stuff. You gotta have all that boring ass song about wet ass bourgeois and taking all your money out of the ATM so you can shower all the strippers down at the topless nightclub with all of your money, not just like enough money to have a good time, but all of your money. Thank you, Nicki Minaj. Such great advice from Nicki Minaj, ladies and gentlemen. Nice little golf clap for Nicki Minaj. So, job well done. Tell all the 42 producers that produced Pink Friday 2 that we are all so proud of you. All right, number 9 of the top 10 worst uses for Jennifer Grey's original nose. Reusable booster rocket for SpaceX satellite launches. See, that's borderline on racist. I apologize sincerely if anybody thought that was a big nose joke. It wasn't. It wasn't intended for that anyway. I wrote it and I was angry about the loss of Jennifer Grey's nose, and what a mousy Euro chick, what a hot mousy Euro chick she used to be until she screwed it up for all of us. You damn dirty apes. Wait, no. How's that go? The Charlton Heston. Damn. Get your damn dirty apes off my hands. Charlie, hey, come on down to Crazy Chuck's used ape emporium. Come take some dirty apes off my hands. Damn dirty apes off. Come take some damn dirty apes off my head. Well, take a look at this bottle. All right, number 8, portraying the role of Colonel Kurtz in the remake of the movie Apocalypse Now. Curse the clicks. Anybody buying this? All right, wait, let me get into character for real. Gardenias. You come to settle the bill. With gardenias. Gardenias. Stupidity. Embodied in the shell of a dirty, fat hippie. It's Top 10 Worst Ofs, Monday nights at 9, Eastern Central, 7 Cent Mountain Time. I like a good Colonel Kurtz and everything like that. He's funny, and it's fun to watch them slaughter a cow for real in a movie. No animals were hurt in Apocalypse Now. No. There were many animals hurt severely. They didn't have they didn't have the same tough types of unions that they have now for cow slaughtering in movies. Number 7, the top 10 worst uses for Jennifer Grey's original nose. Surrogate for drug-sniffing, dog-inspecting crates at the Port of Long Beach. Use their old nose to sniff out dog crates. Or sock crates. Hey, sock crates! Oh, it's another Bill and Ted reference. That takes me back to a simpler time. Keanu Reeves, the only person left on planet Earth that nobody hates. I hate Keanu Reeves. I forget exactly why. Oh, John Kirk, Captain Kirk, John Wick's movies. John Kirk versus John Wick versus Captain Kirk. That'd be a fight. That'd be a good one. Duking it out there in outer space. And John Wick's got a dog and a Romulan space cruiser. What do they call those things? The tarantula. Romulans have a spaceship name. That's some kind of thing like that. The spitting lizard, the poisonous tree frog, the sacrilegious barnyard muskrat. So Jennifer Lopez's nose is, would plaster onto one of those robot dogs. They got the robot dogs now. You plaster on Jennifer Nose's snoot onto the top of a treasure to be a treasured part of anyone's family. And they call it, Thunder or some sort of a robust dog's name. Like, go get him, Tramp, or Scamp, Dump. Go get him, Blizzard, Plowing. That's good guy, Bolt. I've seen Bolt. You think I hadn't seen Bolt? I've seen Bolt. That's the movie with the thing. They got the John Travolta, another one of these satanic brown nosers to the aristocracy. He's the biggest. He's the worst of them all. Him and Scorsese. Oh, I'd like to get both of them in a room together. Haymaker! Get them both with one punch. And Scorsese's bleeding out on the ground like, why? Why would you fell Martin Scorsese? And I'd be like, man, Why wouldn't I? End of scene! Kicking ass! I've got a real thing now. Why don't I do the real? I don't have to do this stupid ass thing. I got canceled. Can I get... Yeah, well, no, I don't want to talk about it. I don't think about it. Number 6 of the top 10 worst uses for Jennifer Grey's original nose. Tour is the opening act for Lady Gaga on her upcoming I Want to Give You All COVID tour. Hi, I'm Lady Gaga. I want to give you all COVID. On one of previous tours, I admitted right before my ebullient performance during the open ceremonies for 20 Olympic medals, Olympics, I was able to, I had to admit that I had a COVID when I interacted directly with audience members, and of course the hundreds of backstage performers and road crew. I decided to had a COVID in full floor. I decided I was going to just go on with the show because that's what troopers do in showbiz, and also because I wanted the money. I wanted the money! Of course I did! All I want is money! I hate you so much. I hate you, especially all you freaking little monsters. Oh, to experiment on you while you're still alive, rip you to shreds with giant medieval weaponry. It's the Lady Gaga upcoming I want to give you COVID tour. Now available. Tickets now available for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Number 5 of the top 10 worst uses for Jennifer Grey's original nose. Have it host Saturday Night Live with special musical guest Uriah Heep. That'd be good. Have Uriah Heep open for Lady Gaga. That'd be fun to show. All our fans would be going, what the F is this stupid S? Number 4, the top 10 worst uses for Jennifer Grey's original nose. Have it join in with Scooby-Doo and become part of the Mystery Machine mystery solving crew. Oh, those meddling kids and nose ruined my plan. John nuts. Why? I know you meddling kids and nose. Ruin Ange. Why was it Barney Fife always sniffing his nose so forcefully? I think Mayberry Arbor FD has a lot of splaining to do, is what I think. Number 3 of the top 10 worst things to do with Jennifer Grey's nose. Have someone ghostwrite its autobiography and send it on a book tour. Hell yeah. Oh, the damaged hand. Oh, it still functions a little bit. Isn't that Marvy? Number 2. Oh, top 10 worst things to do with Jennifer Garner. With the space in between Jennifer Garner's dimples. Hire her to do a one-man show version of the Immortal Rodgers and Hammerstein Broadway musical, South Pacific. Stumbling Champs-Élysées. You will pluck a stranger. My favorite though is like Belly High will do things. Belly High come do things. I actually was the first person to star in the one-man act version of South Pacific back in my Halcyon days in London's South End. West End. Damn it! My occasional lapse of knowledge is hoisting me on its own petard. My occasional lack of esoteric knowledge is my Huckleberry. Or Mike Huckabee. Is Mike Huckabee, no, I'm serious, just for 1 second, I know, you're ready, it's right in the number one, but this won't take a minute. Mike Huckabee, am I right? He's a test tube baby of Richard Nixon. Now, don't be so dismissive, I know how you are. You're going to be like, oh, Jerky McJerks-a-lot, this is just another one of your time-wasting, psychotic episodes here, that there's nothing that connects Mike Huckabee with Richard Nixon, but you're wrong again. Aren't you tired of being wrong? Because all you gotta do is check out the nose, man. If I knew how to, or if I wanted to roll the dice with somebody coming back at me saying like, how dare you use my picture on this blog that's got one view. Look at Richard Nixon's nose, okay, and then look at Mike Huckabee's nose, and you come back to me, and you tell me, and be honest, here we're being honest, I'm being honest, you tell me if they're not from the same DNA. After you see it, you'll be like, oh my God, that fat, frickin' fatty, fat's-a-lot, frickin' fatty was on the money. It can't be. How could that fat, maniac, hippie fatty be on the money? How can I live in this world with Mike Huckabee's everywhere all the time doing that stuff? He's like an ambassador to some stupid, like India or some stupid ass, some Jakarta, Vietnam. Who knows? As long as he's out of the country, I feel better about myself. Even though he's got that frumpy housefrau, Sarah Jessica Parker Huckabee, in charge of Arkansas. It's all bad. These Huckabees are bad news. Sarah Jessica Parker Huckabee is the clone of Richard Nixon's left testicle. The weaker one. The baby. Huckabees! I will kill them! No, I'm not sorry. Hey, whoa. Just a joke there. I have no compulsion to kill anybody. It's all joking around. I've been... First of all, I can barely walk. And so, the only person that I've been doing harm to in a long, long time is myself. And I'm a lover, not a fighter. You could obviously tell. Hey, look at me. Does it look like I, have any sort of psychotic damage or elements of my personality? So anyway, back to South Pacific. The one about Happy Talk. Happy Talk. All right, so number one, finally, goddammit, to the top 10 worst uses for Jennifer Grey's original nose. Drum roll, please. Hey, wait a second. I think I can do this. Drum roll, please. Oops. Drum roll, please. Here we go. Get into a conversation with Meg Ryan's original mouth on a train and have them do a crisscross thing where they each do a murder for each other. Hey. Crisscross. Strangers on a Train with Meg Ryan's original mouth. Well, what an incredibly insightful and profound edition of Top 10 Worst of This has been I couldn't be happier at this moment of my life, having so many of you join in with me for the enlightening, productive ranting and raving against the powers that be in an effort to try and struggle out from the deep pit of despair that our overlords and ruling elite have consigned us to. And so tune in again next time. Top 10 worst of list is going to be like really super special. I'm so smooth. I'm like totally serious, dude. It's top 10 worst songs to play while tossing someone's salad. Next time on Top 10 Worst Subs. Don't miss a minute of it. It's a real pleasure. Thanks, by the way.